Hey everybody, it's Constance with Charming Custom Crafts, and I am glad you guys are still following me. I have been still here, and again, you guys, if you've been following me, my life's in turmoil, and I'm hoping it gets better. Actually, I'm hoping it gets a lot better, but I'm also afraid it's going to get a lot worse. So please stick with me as I'm dealing with my life. And I know there are some of you out there that believe that I'm in a drama life, which I am. I'm sure everybody knows that their lives are full of drama too. It's just sometimes I put things up there to protect others, to inform others, to let you know what things are out there and options, and to know that you're not alone, and I hope I'm not, because I think I'm going to need a lot of you guys that have been following me for all these years. I know I've been on YouTube probably 3 or 4 years, but Charming Custom Crafts has been around for almost 7 now. But if you would like to keep up with me, I am actually shutting down Charming Custom Crafts on Facebook completely. And as well, so if anybody, I'll keep the name just so nobody can take it. And the McBride Market is changing. I am going straight to Twitter to Charming C Crafts for Charming Custom Crafts. Please connect with me. You guys are going to see tons of changes over the next couple months, but I do hope that you guys enjoy. I have sat and thought about this a lot to see where things would go to, and it's kind of important because I think things are changing so much on other sites that I think things are kind of going for the bad. I think a lot of people are pulling away from Facebook because of the changes and the charging and all the stuff that they're doing nowadays, and then Etsy, and then I forgot about the other website. I can't think of it right now. I'm really having problems concentrating, but I'm trying to keep going on some of these videos so that I can get up the old videos as well. I told you I have a lot to show you that I have been working on in between the craziness in my life, and some of the stuff is old, and I do hope that those who want still a graduation card from Jeffrey's graduation, and to help him out. Again, if you guys have been keeping up with Jeffrey, has worked his butt off, and then I taught the last 7 months of his school 2 classes so that he can graduate with this class that he desperately needed to finish. Again, I'm really proud of him. My son got a job, I think, in November. He's working at Walmart Food Market. He works nights 10 to 7, and he is now a stock boy. I'm really proud of him. He actually makes about $1.50 more an hour because he works night shifts, so I'm really proud of him. But I also would hope that everybody gives him a little bit of prayers, because he's adjusting kind of hard. Last week was his first week at 5 days a week, and they go up and down with him, which is kind of hard on him, but he was in the hospital for 2 days this last week. And they're saying it's a kidney stone. I don't believe it is. He never did pass a kidney stone. But he had problems when he was a small boy, and I think it's still the same thing. So I am hoping that we're seeing the primary this week. That, oh God, as all the troubles that I've had with primaries, I do hope I get to keep her, because she's extremely thorough. And as crazy as my life has been, I've never had a doctor that has been that thorough. She actually went through my entire life in like 15, 20 minutes. I mean, literally. And I have so many health problems. And, as getting older, that happens. But unfortunately, I got a lot of health problems early, and no thanks to the son of a bitch that hit and ran me. Pardon my language, guys. But it's part of the reason why I'm so jacked up. So, please deal with me. So this card I'm going to show you is almost, the design print is similar to the card that I just posted on Ready for Baby. That's for the older sister, and it took me so long. I have so much sitting here, literally boxes and boxes and boxes that I need to get out to those who made orders, those that stuck with me, and I'm kind of a little disappointed in those who did not and said that they are, because I had stuff sitting here for you guys for Christmas, and nobody even said boo to me. But I have to say that I know by, watching a lot of people's Facebook, which, like me, not everybody kept up with it any more than I did, but I do know that 2014 was a very hard year for a lot of people, sadly including myself, which I'd never been down so much in my life, even with all my hectic lifestyle. And since my hit and run and then my second injury at Home Depot. But anyway, this card I have been wanting to do for a very, 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 very long time, but I try to use the same type of graphic 45 paper, and I am desperately hoping that somebody still has some of it that's willing to trade, and I have literally a room full of stuff that I am very willing to trade to try to get more pieces so that I can do. The reason why I wanted it is because the vintage look, not for my children, but more for my husband and I, and we don't have a lot of pictures, but thanks to my friend Whitney, she did get me some paper. She was not able to get me everything, but I know I kind of need to use the chipboard pieces. I did get the stamps to them. When I get done, they will be up for sale. I actually have quite a bit that I will be selling. I have at least 20 boxes in my garage when I flipped from the big living, what used to be formal room, and I ended up coming into my master bedroom, which I may have to flip back, so I'm kind of a little chaotic. We have to sell this house this year and our other house, and that's partly to do with what's going on in our life, but at the same time our daughter is graduating to go to college, so we need to be able to afford to at least pay for her room that she'll be staying in, student housing. So that's probably more, it's not probably, it's more important than us having even a decent house. I'd rather live in a box so that my daughter can have the life that I never had. Though I would like to go back to school, I'm just not sure what at this point. The career that I've always wanted and the degree that I currently have, and I'm actually a year away from the pretty much the same degree in master's degree, or bachelor's degree, sorry, not master's. I have the associates, but I'm a year away from my bachelor's, and I'm going to have to change my major. Long story for that, and maybe sometime I'll get into it. But if you've been keeping up with it, you would know. For those who've always sent me cards and birthday cards, I do still have them up in my room. I'm very proud of them. Anything that anybody's ever made me is in this room. I'm proud of anything everybody makes. You know, I know it's love that goes into it. Anyway, let's get to the card. I talk too much. I do. If you guys know me, you know that. Anyway, this is for, the first baby card was for the older sister. This one is for the baby sister who is having her third child. And this is a flip and fold heart card that I have been wanting to do forever. And you might see some, I think in one of the Christmas videos is another flip and fold that I've been wanting to do. So, okay, so let me just get to it. I'm going to call it Stork Pants because of the vintage graphic 45 paper of the, I think it's Lullaby. But again, if anybody has any, I'd be willing to swap out some stuff. So this is the card. I am desperately and madly in love with this card. But I put 3 stick pins in this one. I have tons of them to begin with, but one's an angel, and one has a dragonfly on it. One has a little teddy bear on it. These are Prima flowers, and this is part of the Lullaby paper, and so is that. I did ink the edges to all of it to make it a little older. And there's another piece of it, and then I put some clear stickers on, and I have to use glossy with it, because if you put hot glue behind it, you'll see it. But if you use glossy, glossy is great for using for glue as well. But if you flip it, let me see if I can do it with one hand. And I know that I have other cameras, but right now I'm kind of at a loss because I can't find the camera. But if you flip it, it goes from that baby to another baby. This is what I'm hoping a little baby looks like. But this is what her second middle child looks like. And I just saw that and I just thought of a little Kate. I love how she calls me Connie. And I recently just found out that she's going to name her baby, and I'm so excited about this. After me. I did have a godchild, a daughter that I helped out my girlfriend with. And from the very beginning, my mother and I did, and I was her godmother. And then when she got married, which I think is kind of jacked up, she actually converted Catholic, and because I wasn't Catholic, I could not be her godmother, so she stripped me from it after 9 years. And yeah, people are just kind of cruel, you know, you provide everything you can, literally almost from everything, from a crib to, well, I don't think we did the crib, but we did pretty much everything else, and to be stripped from that. Anyway, I'm rolling off the table again. Here we go. So the flip does flip. There is a center section. And I will start showing you guys how to make those cards. If you do not have the measurements, I will show you. I will give you measurements. But I really do like this antique. I wanted to keep it similar to her sister's, but her sister's is more in blue with a little bit of pink, just to give it, because her sister's a little more feminine. I'm more like her little sister, Becca, and I am very, not so much feminine. I have my feminine side, but at the same time I'm a tomboy, so. But she did not know at the time when I made this card if she was having a boy or girl, but she is having a girl. Obviously, she's naming it after me. Super, super duper excited. Probably the best thing I've heard and somebody's done for me in a very long time. Um, but I love the paper, and I use part of the paper, as you can see, in multi ways. It's only I have tons of that paper, actually, this particular paper. So I got a huge pack of it. But I inked all the edges. I put some liquid pearl around some of it, as well as up in some of the primas to accent a little bit. It does have a slight bit of pink to it. I aged it with I think antique. I have to look, but it's that antique one by Tim Holtz. Again, words kind of escape me sometimes, and they'll come to me, but generally it's a little too late, and it goes with the seizures. My seizures have been very, very bad. But anyway, if you can see, I use the full pledge paper on when it's full open, and I like the idea of where the baby in the front would pop at the beginning. But as you can see, I used the clear stickers, and what I did again is I used glossy for the back of them so that they would obviously stay down and stay clear. I used a little bit of the plaid behind Blessing because from the first card. And then I put another one that's more solid that says Precious One. Angelic Special Blessing Precious One. And then, of course, it says Stork Pants. So let me see if I can see what it says. It says made of stork sheeting, rubberless waterproof fabric, easily washable button on neatly over diaper. Keep baby dresses dry and sweet. 50 cents per pair. It's like an advertisement. Keeps baby food and drink from spoiling dress or tablecloth. It says Stork Catch All Bib, 50 cents. The Stork Company, formerly Hospital Sheeting Company. So it's kind of an advertisement, but the stork on it is just gorgeous. I don't know if I know I have a video on it that I did on a plaque with a stork and a baby for my sister-in-law for when she was having her third child. So there's nothing on the back. It's just the baby from that side. But I do love this flip and fold. So I do hope that you guys like the Angelic Stork. And I'm going to leave it. I like that. Angelic Stork baby card. How about that? But it's beautiful. It's made from heavy cardstock from Brazilian. I think it's Brazilian or Brasilia. I think it's Brazilian. But it's heavy cardstock with a nice thinner sheet from, but it's still thick, from Graphic 45 and a little bit of Prima. So hope you like it. Have any questions, message me and follow me on Twitter. Again, if nothing's up there right now, it's okay because I'm working on some things that I think you'll enjoy. Charming C Crafts at Twitter. See you there, guys. Bye.